About a year and a half ago, I met Betty for the first time. When I saw Betty, I thought there were instant sparks.
Kevin is amazing.
When Betty and I first met, she was very crystal clear that she was married to Philip still and that they did have an open relationship. Never been this happy with a woman, never been more in love. I refer to Betty all the time as kitten or my sweet kitten. At first, Philip didn't have any difficulties with my being with Betty. I even bought Betty a beautiful pair of earrings. I asked Philip if I could do this with his permission. Philip was perfectly fine with it. Once Philip found out that Betty and I were actually in a loving relationship, I became very aware of Philip's abusive ways. He physically attacked me. What Philip did was he pushed his way past Betty and began striking me about the head, hitting me a few times.
I was furious. I was beyond angry.
That evening there was a handgun in the house, so I simply showed it to him. I never pointed the gun at Philip.
Betty told him 3 times to shoot me.
No.
I told him if he racked the gun, that he better use it, shoot to kill, because if he didn't, I was going to kill him with it.
Once the divorce is finalized, we will set a wedding date. I'm not going anywhere, and she's not going to let me, is what she tells me.
Okay, Kevin, what made you believe that Betty's husband was okay with you dating his wife?
Betty conveyed to me that it would be okay for us to see each other, that she was in fact married, and that he was open to her having another man in her life.
And it was her idea to start the open
No,
marriage,
it was not.
and it was her going with other guys before
No,
I
it was not.
ever, and that's the truth, and you know it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Just like you saying that I told Kevin to shoot you 3 different times.
You did.
I had you pushed out the door, and I was screaming at you, Philip, for the sake of our children, leave, leave, for the sake of our children.
That's not true.
Did she tell you to shoot him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Were you thinking about shooting him?
I didn't want to. If it had come to it, to defend myself, to defend my life, to defend Betty, absolutely.
There's no place for a gun here.
I agree.
And there's no place for you pummeling him or her. You have a right to defend your home, but let's take the guns out of this equation here. You said for the sake of all of us and our children, just leave. You have 9 children? 4 of them are underage, right?
4 of them are underage.
Okay.
The 4 boys.
But you're not raising them.
Nope.
No, sir, not at this point.
Why do you not have custody of your children?
We do not have Philip,
She didn't want the kids.
He's asking me a question. He's not asking you. He's asking me. So you need to let me answer.
Yeah, why don't you?
We don't have custody of the children right now.
Not we,
Or
you.
me, because of all of the domestic violence. And when he broke my wrist, I wanted to remove my children from that situation before Child Protective Services or whatever come in and said, hey, they are in a very abusive situation. Not that they were abused, but I did not want them looking at the abuse that I've suffered. One of my other daughters asked us for custody.
I don't understand why these children's mother is not with them.
I am not with them right now because I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. They stay out with my mother and my other daughter, which he lives on my mother's property in a shed right now. He does not miss a chance to jab at me, to try and...
So it's not convenient for you.
That's not true.
It's not that it's not convenient, it's just impossible right
That's
this
not
minute.
true.